Good morning. Hey, I think it's time just to have a chat and try to catch up with the interesting things that are happening in my life here on the homestead. Stay tuned. Hello, welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. Just wanted to do a little chat, homestead chat, to catch you guys up on what's been going on. My life has been taking some interesting twists and turns since I retired. Well, even just a little bit before I retired. Some of you know that I do acting, and I've done a couple of movies already. So one movie that I did a year ago is now out in the independent film festivals. And then I shot a short piece in another movie. It's a thriller, and I just got a email text from the producer of that show. So it's got about 3 more months of filming for that one. My scene's already done, but then I can talk more about it. But all I can say is it's a thriller. Look at the pretty fall colors. This time of year is really pretty. Of course, a couple of days ago, we got blanketed with snow, and it gave me some really nice photos to post so some of you guys enjoy it. Yeah, we got our first snowstorm of the season, and it was about 4 to 6 inches. It depends on where on the homestead it was. We're at 2,000 foot elevation in southwestern Oregon up in the Cascade Ranges. So that's kind of where the homestead sits. We're geographically located west-southwest of Crater Lake National Park, which can get up to 12 feet, maybe 24 feet of snow up there on the rim of the volcano. Yeah, it's interesting climate that we live in. We have microclimates here and there. So as you guys probably noticed, I took down all the decorations on the house, just removed them all, because I thought I was going to have time to paint the front of the house this year. Not. The weather moved in faster than we expected, and so I just put everything in storage. It's actually stored in the greenhouse because for lack of storage space, that is the only dry, warm place I could find that will protect some of that stuff from the weather. Anyway, we did get the carport done, and we got this end of the house all painted, and we acquired another free vehicle. Yeah, that blue thing right over there. I met a gentleman. He was giving it away because it was given to him. So he asked me if I wanted it, and I said sure. Let me ask my son, because my son needed another car as a second backup car to get to and from his work. Because when you live out in the wilderness like we do, it's always wise to have 2 vehicles. And that's been a godsend for me, especially because I have a blown engine in my Ford Thunderbird. It's over at my one mechanic's house getting that engine done right now. My Dodge Dakota spun a bearing, blew a rod. Anyway, it did something. It didn't sound pretty, and I went and got another engine for that. So it's down at another mechanic's place getting the engine swapped out on that. But then my Chevy 1-ton dually, I blew the reverse in the tranny, so there it sits. I thought I was going to get to it this year, but I'm going to wait till it heats up a little bit because I really don't need it right now. I would like to get, though, my Dodge Dakota back soon. I really would, because I'm missing my pickup, because there's things I need to do with the pickup. But since the Subaru Outback, or Subaru Forester, that was gifted to me has a tow hitch on it, I built this flatbed trailer right here, so that's been able to suit me without a pickup for now. And then we've got this trailer I got for $100 from a friend of mine. I use that for my trash. I take my trash to the dump about once every 3 months, so it saves me a big trash bill. And then we recycle as much as we can. At our recyclers, they have a bin for tin, paper, glass, and plastics. Then if I have any broken down electronics, they have a place that you can take the electronics to, and I'm sure they melt all that stuff off there to get the gold out of the electronics. So that's a wise and prudent thing to do. But the other stuff, try to compost what I can compost, etc. Anyway, something happened about 2 months ago. A award-winning director, producer, writer saw my scene in that one movie I did last year, and he contacted me. He says he has a project he would like me to partake in next year, and he wants to take me to lunch and talk about that. So there goes, it's a side hustle. You know, my acting is my side hustle. I do writing, I do painting. I painted I sold about 9 of my paintings at a event a week ago, just before Halloween. I got some art sold, and what's interesting about that is it opened another door for me. I don't know how these things happen. Sometimes I put myself out there, and I think that's what it is. I just put myself out there because I did some modeling for Levi Strauss, and then that was 2 years ago, or was that last year? I think that was last fall. Yeah, that was last fall. That was fun. I had a hoot for that, and also with my art, a fella who is he's an author. He writes a series of Western novels. So he wants to use my Western art, and I'll create some more Western art in his novels. So I've got that. Now, I've illustrated a book before, but that book never got published. It's too bad because it's kind of fun. I got to illustrate 5 pages. What happened is I was in college in drawing class. I took drawing because I took watercolor 1, watercolor 2, watercolor 3, because the head of the art department strongly encouraged me to continue taking those art classes. And then I took drawing, and it was in drawing class that my drawing teacher picked 5 of the best students out to network with an author, and we got to do a pen and ink drawing of a title page of a book that he wrote. Don't know why the book's not out yet, but I sure had fun doing that. But now I got my paintings going in that direction too. Now, fortunately, because a couple years ago I started a weight loss thing, and I lost 88 pounds in 100 days. And I did it safely because I was under the guidance of my doctors and a nutritionist, so we did that safely. I created a video on that, lost a lot of weight, and the doors opened for me to do some movies and modeling. And that hasn't stopped. It's still open. I did gain, to be honest with you, I think I gained 12 pounds, and then I took 5 off. And now I'm going back down to my goal weight because I kind of slacked off a little bit. But I really didn't change my eating habits because I'm finding out, because of my exposure to Agent Orange, I'm finding out more sensitivities to more foods. It's crazy. Narrowing down things I can eat. So mainly it's just a little bit of meat and vegetables is basically all I'm limited to now. And fruits, I have an apple a day, and carrots, grapes, I can eat those. But that author who's writing these series of novels, he wants me to model for his main character, I think on the book cover of one of the books or a couple of books. I'm not sure how he wants to do that, but I just had that conversation last week, and I was just like, I'd be thrilled to do it. Another side hustle. I've got a lot of side hustles going on. Just being retired, you know, collecting Social Security, making some money on YouTube. Did not expect my YouTube to go the way it did in May. It just exploded. I was making right around $400 or $500 a month, and then it increased tenfold. Oh my God. So I had to go down and talk to my tax accountant yesterday to find out where do we go from here. So life has been taking a lot of different interesting twists and turns for me. It's shocking. It's just shocking for those of you who know where we came from, being homeless and living in a Walmart parking lot, free campgrounds, going into cardiac arrest 4 times, and just finally finding this place and carving out a home for us here. So it's been neat. It's been neat. It's been an adventure. It's something I'll probably write about. I've already written 8 books. I have, unfortunately, the 2 main books that are published are out of print. But I do gift them to people in PDF form who want them, want their copy of them, and you just send me your email and ask for a free book, and I just send you the PDF file. So it's free. It doesn't cost me anything, and I don't have a publisher anymore to do it, so I'm looking for another publisher because I am working on 3 more books, and because I've been so doggone busy with life since I retired, and then when I was working I was busy. I don't know what to do next. I really don't. Anyway, this nice walk down my driveway and just looking at the colors because that frost last night really got the colors to come out a little bit more vibrant today. I'm actually halfway expecting a delivery. I ordered a top off of our propane tank so we can have enough propane to get us through the next year or so, maybe 2 years, because I got a 500-gallon tank. But we'll see. We'll see how that works out. Plus, I had a company send me a product to do a product review on, and I'm really excited about this review. I'm not going to say anything about it because it's in production right now. I'll let you guys tune in when it comes out. And then I just talked to another company that sent me something very interesting. Very interesting. So I got 2 product reviews coming that I'm working on now, and another product review that I'll be working on probably tomorrow. Plus I have to sit down and do some paintings because I want to. And because it's so cold out right now, my fingers are cold. Yeah, I just don't do well in the cold, especially at my age. Losing fat. I used to be, when I was heavy, I used to have a lot of insulation, but now I just get so cold so easy. Anyway, that's it on just catching you guys up to speed on things going on here in the homestead with me, the family. The kids are still working. The mother-in-law is still in rehab. We're expecting her home on the 7th of December, and that will be an eventful day. She'll get to finally return home, and so prayers for her speedy recovery. She had to get a hip replaced. Anyway, I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. This is Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. We're a frugal homestead tucked high in the Cascade Ranges of the Pacific Northwest. Click that bell icon and then subscribe. Also click that share button. Sharing my videos on your social media platforms helps us out. Remember, always be safe and always be kind. We'll see you guys in the next adventure. We got blue sky and the fog is clearing off. Awesome. Bye-bye.